Understand there is power in your shout. Yes, there is power in your shout. Let me help you understand what that power looks like. First of all, your shout can only have power when you faithfully obey God. Oh my God, I think I just said something major right there. Your shout can only have some power when you faithfully obey God. My God, I wish somebody caught that on the first row. Your shout can only have power when you do what the Lord tells you to do. Let's look at this. God told Joshua to do something that contradicted military strategy and modern techniques of war. God told Joshua, I'm going to give you the city, and all you got to do is get the army of Israel, 7 priests with some horns, take the Ark of the Covenant where I hang out for 6 days with the priests and their horns and the Ark of the Covenant, and the army march around the walls of Jericho once and return to your camp. Don't say a word, don't whisper, don't even look at nobody, just walk around the walls one time. On the 7th day, take the priests of the army, their trumpets, the Ark of the Covenant, march around the walls 7 times. The priests were then to blow the horns, and the army was to shout, and the walls would collapse. Now let's get honest, that don't make any sense in the natural. That does not make sense in the 21st century when we dig beneath the surface. But when you understand the ways of God, it makes perfect sense. The reason why some of us don't have any power in our shout is because we're not willing to do what God tells us to do in the midst of our struggle. Let me say that again. The reason why your shout has no power because you ain't doing what God tells you to do in your struggle. Let's see what's in. Let's see what they got present with them in order for you to appreciate what God is trying to do. The first thing they got in the midst of war is the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is the presence of God in their midst. In the Ark of the Covenant, they got 3 things. They got the 10 Commandments, the rod of Aaron that blew, and the mercy seat, which is believed to be the place where God will come and hang out. Now, y'all missing this, but let me, if I could, drop this on you. He is letting us know that when you go into battle, if you don't have the Lord on your side, you already gonna lose. You should never enter enemy territory and not have God on your side. And the reason so many of us look like we've been to hell and back is because we went into hell, but we did not have God on our side. But is there anybody that know that if God be for me, he is more than the world is against me? I'd rather have God on my side than to have 1,000,000 people backing me, because God can wipe out 1,000,000 with just a thought. So they got, watch this, they got the Ark of the Covenant, they got the Ark of the Covenant, but then they also had the Levitical priests. The Levitical priests were the ministers of the day. And they had a ram's horn in their hand. When you go into battle, you need somebody who understands the ways and the mind of God. While people will summarily dismiss us ministers, you got to understand that there's a distinction between you and me. There's a distinction, preachers, between us and the congregation, because even though we are part of the congregation, we are called from the congregation to serve the congregation by serving God. And everybody can't do what God has called you to do. Because if that was the case, then everybody would have had horns. But only 7 priests had horns. 4 others carried the Ark of the Covenant. All of them came from the tribe of Levi. Don't do something the walls came tumbling down. Now let me drop this on you for free. Because a lot of us think that the battle was won in their shout. The battle was not won when they shouted. The battle was won in their obedience. Let me say that again. They did not win the battle when they shouted. They won the battle when they started preparing to do what God wanted them to do. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but some of y'all need to go back and do some preparation work before you shout. Because your shout ain't going to have no power because you are in acts of disobedience. Preach, man. The reason that some of us are dealing with financial walls, relationship walls, emotional walls, and spiritual walls is because we are shouting, but we ain't obeying. Can I have some more volume on this mic? I don't want to kill myself. So watch this, watch this. We are shouting, but we're not obeying. So our shout is really a bunch of aggravating noise rather than the vocal power that gives us capacity to make the walls crumble to dust. Let me see if I can help you out for a moment, because I know I'm talking to some folks, and if it convicts you, good. God tells you to go into the world and tell others about my son Jesus. But you scared because you're going to get laughed at and talked about, so you keep your mouth closed. Then you wonder why fear dominates your life. God tells you to show compassion to the least of these, but you will not, because you think somebody's going to take advantage of you.